There's many ancient texts that have insightful wisdom embedded with them. Some of these include the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the writings of Confucius, and the Golden Verses of Pythagoras. That last ancient text I mentioned is a collection of wise and insightful sayings that are attributed to being written by Pythagoras. Now, it's important to note that the exact origins of the Golden Verses are actually unknown, and dating them can be quite difficult, although it is possible that they can date as far back as the 3rd century before the Common Era. This collection of wise sayings has been held to such high esteem that their renown persisted during the medieval ages and well into the Renaissance. Although some of the verses do not apply as well as they did when they were written, there are still several that can be used in your personal growth and development. So I'm going to select a few verses in order to elaborate upon them and glean any insight and wisdom we can from them. After taking a look at all of the 71 verses, these specific ones that I'm going to talk about are the most timeless in my opinion, and they'll hopefully be helpful for you in your own personal growth. Alright, so here we go. Here's the first one. Remember about the law of cause and effect in your life. The law of cause and effect is a universal law, and it's a fact of life that sometimes also goes by the Sanskrit name of karma. Since all manifestations of consciousness within reality are interconnected, everything affects everything else. This well-known golden rule is founded upon the idea that what we do to someone also affects us as well. So given this reality, it doesn't benefit us if we project negativity towards anybody, because this will either instantly or eventually affect us with the very same negativity we had just projected. So by remembering the nature of cause and effect, we can be mindful of our thoughts and actions by only radiating out positive energy, positive thoughts, positive emotions. Remember that like attracts like, and the more positivity we project, the more positivity will come back to us. Experience this, and you will see that it is true. Alright, so let's look at another one. There are many possibilities people can choose from. There are bad and there are good ones. So, look carefully and choose for yourself the noble path. There's an infinite number of possibilities. Anything can happen. We have the power to decide what we wish to do because of the free will we have as human beings. Our thoughts shape our reality, and so it's possible to focus our thoughts only on the good things, the beneficial things, so that we can create for ourselves a reality in which bliss and ecstasy shine down on us. This is possible, since anything is possible. All we need is the will, courage, and determination to become trailblazers in our lives towards that which is called the pursuit of happiness. Do not care what others may think of your decisions, because this is your life, not theirs. You are the key holder to your own destiny. Decide for yourself what path you wish to take, because after all, there are many paths to the summit of the mountain. Some may take longer than others, but eventually all will reach the summit. Moving on to the next one. Be afraid of becoming a stingy person, but fear also to squander goods like careless people do. So personally, I would replace afraid and fear with being vigilant, being mindful, being aware. And the reason why I included this one is because it explains how extremes in behavior do not allow us to function optimally. So just as it is unwise to be lavish, being stingy could be just as detrimental. Careless people squander, so the logical fix for that would be to be more careful rather than careless. By being stingy, we miss out on so many incredible life opportunities that come about by taking risks and exploring the wonderment and awe of life. Remember, balance, balance, balance. It's all about balance. Alright, here's another one. Do only that which will not lead you to destruction. Therefore, before acting, deliberate on your every step and deed. What I see this one saying is to let your creativity abound. Shy away from actions and thoughts that are destructive in nature. Be mindful of what you do instead of acting first and then thinking if what you did was a good idea or not. Taking a few moments out of your life in order to deliberate can save what seems like a lifetime of suffering and anguish sometimes. You see, one of the paradoxes of reality is that it is much easier to destroy than create, at least in this 3D sense. So with this in mind, think about how much time, effort, and energy you are erasing by the destructive actions you may be partaking in. Go out there and create. Be a creator being. Add to the infinite knowledge base of universal consciousness and reality, and do something that will benefit yourself and or others. Not only will you feel better afterwards, but you will elevate the beings of others. You may even send someone into a state of transcendental bliss. Alright, so moving on to the next one. You will know also that people themselves cause their calamities due to ignorance. They are free in choosing their destinies. Now, you've probably heard that ignorance is bliss. The fact of the matter is that it is usually not so. Many nations, many societies have fallen into the depths of totalitarianism, slavery of some kind, as a result of the ignorance of the general masses. We hold our destiny in our hands. So, empower yourself to realize this statement as being true, because you shape and control your reality in a very large way. Although there may be macrocosmic aspects of reality as a whole that we cannot have total control over, the things we do have the ability to control are very numerous. So let's all save humanity from experiencing a lot of suffering by ridding the world of ignorance and expanding people's awareness on whatever we may feel is necessary at the time. Social transformation occurs when the veil of ignorance is lifted. Let's learn from our past and experience a future reality that doesn't have the negative repercussions that come with ignorance. For the last one I'm going to go over, it goes like this. We should not abandon hope of saving people from the darkness of ignorance, for every human has a divine root. Don't feel that just because the majority of humanity is ignorant of truth that you should feel apathetic about the state of things and the future of humanity. Remember that cynicism leads to apathy, leads to nihilism. So it's a very dark, dangerous path to take. Be a beacon of light. Shine down into the darkness of ignorance and illuminate the awareness of others, because we are all part of an interconnected wholeness. We are but drops of awareness in a vast ocean of consciousness. Ignorance is a very dark place in actuality, because awareness in such a state is limited to such a small area of reality. So very little is learned or experienced with an ignorant mind. We are all in this together, so it could only help if we lift the veil of ignorance out from under people's eyes, if they are open to it. Become something that legends will talk about for ages to come. So those were just 6 of the 71 Golden Verses of Pythagoras. Like I mentioned earlier, some of them just didn't stand the test of time, but these 6 are just pure gold. And if you can reflect on them and apply them to your life, you'll see that you're going to have a deeper, more profound, more directly impactful experience on your own life and on the collective.